We are tWoTcast episode 380. 380.
No, he does not.
No. Okay.
All right, everyone, shut the up. Let's ready to record.
We like to start every show by yelling, "We are tWoTcast." Can you do that with me? On the count of 1, 2, 3, go.
We are tWoTcast. Now we can start.
The Wheel of Time Reread Podcast. Explicit in R. Freaking rated. Jono's the wild card. Always talking shit. Joe's the straight man. He's a total dick. Tom is still obsessed with X-Men.
Previously on X-Men.
We are
You're viewing tWoTcast, the Wheel of Time Reread podcast. Now covering the Wheel of Time, of course. With me as always is Jono. And I'm Joe, and Thomas
really
mostly always here, basically always here too.
Not your mouth.
And tonight we're doing what? Huh?
Is it the tWoTcast?
It's the Wheel of Time Awards. It's the tWoTties.
tWoTties.
For Winter's Heart.
Winter's
one of my favorite books. One of my favorites. Do you guys love this one?
This is, if not, for most people, if it's not number one, it's in the top three. And if it's not in the top three, it's in the top five. And if not that, top 14.
It's in the top 14 at least.
Yeah. Of the main novel. Of the main
novels.
Yeah. It's,
top 15 if you got prequels.
Yeah. Or top 16, other books, that kind of thing.
I really like this one a lot. I don't know. I would probably put it in my top 3.
Yeah. Yeah. There's that's a pretty.
I don't know. Book 4 and 6 are pretty good. I'd probably put it.
So are 1, 2, 3, and 5. Don't forget those.
And
1, 2, 3, and 5.
I like 8 a lot. About that. Yeah.
You know what I like a lot? 14.
I'd put 6 and 9 right next to each other though, as far as like my favorite.
Yeah, I'd definitely put 6 next to 9.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Yeah. Probably facing each other.
I mean, there's a lot of good stuff in this book.
A lot of good stuff.
We'll get into it. But there's a lot of good stuff.
We're gonna dive into it. The wind is trying to take the umbrella off my patio table.
I'm amazed you're outside. It was a pretty horrible weather this morning.
Oh, it did take it. Oh shit.
Tom's having technical difficulties. I can have been more perfect timing. I was trying to take my umbrella. Take it.
I want him to come back just like umbrella through the chest. Like that's just he just dies on set here.
It is a great climax.
Yeah. Well,
the cleansing of the taint is fantastic. Obviously, we'll get into study your math. Who's here? There's some people here. Yeah. Good day, good people in Jono, as always, from Wadaholic Aussie. White Man Wyatt is here. Hola, amigos.
I did say I was going to download Discord.
Overseers?
Start using that.
You did say that.
Yeah, I like it.
Ayush is here. Hey, Ayush.
Yeah, I'll do that again.
Oh, Norman Garden's here. Yeah, hey, Norman Garden. I'm glad Norman Garden's here because he's always great at correcting us when we're wrong.
It's a very tough job.
Actually, a lot of our audience is really good at correcting us when we're wrong.
We're wrong so infrequently. I'm glad that someone.
We're never wrong completely. Yeah. There's always a hint of truth in what we're saying. Perhaps we're just, misnaming a character or complete events.
Or misnaming
places and things.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's a Tommy Bear.
Yeah, I love that I turned off the camera to fix the umbrella, but not the microphone.
Actually, we didn't hear.
Yeah, we didn't hear shit.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
At least I don't think.
I mean, it wasn't a loud process. But...
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad your umbrella's under control. Hopefully, the wind dies down.
It is. Like, I was sitting here thinking, like, isn't there supposed to be? I doubt it'll happen. Like a chance of like wet snow tonight. Like again, doubt it'll happen because it's been.
There's supposed to be snow.
I mean, it's Georgia.
outside chance is of wet snow, just shitty fucking dumb.
I mean, I know you guys know this, but our general audience does not. But I have a creek that runs. I have a very long front yard, and I have a creek that runs under my driveway. I have not. There's two like sewer pipes that go under my driveway. So two of them. And one of them is like basically completely blocked. So after last night's rain, the creek was like, I mean, it was flooding into my front yard, but thankfully not the neighbors.
So can you get in and out of your driveway right now?
Yeah, no, it's not that bad.
Okay.
The driveway still goes over the creek. When it floods like the lower part of the driveway.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it's not like bad.
That doesn't feel good.
I can get over it. But so yeah, anyway, so I put a poll into. There's only been a few votes. I'll leave it going for a minute before we pull up the AI guest of honor. But
why are you saying AI? I don't understand that.
I mean, actual guest. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah,
there's an actual guest joining us tonight.
So are you implying that Robert Jordan was not on our last episode?
I'm implying that the people that are now possibly coming on the show are fictional characters. So, anyway, it's interesting right now. Right now, Niniyave and Matrim Cawthon are neck and neck.
I need Tom's advice here. Are you calling it like a fictional character because Robert Jordan was not his real name? It's James Oliver Whitney.
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, it wasn't Robert Jordan on the last episode. It was James Oliver Whitney bot.
Yeah. What was that? The last part?
We should do a poll at the end to see who people want to hear from next, even though I'll ignore the results.
Solid idea.
Yeah.
Anyway,
what if they haven't come up with a great answer? Well, I don't want it to be a poll. I want submissions. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, we can ask them at the end to just put in their best, who they think should be next. In the chats, the chat comments.
Throw ideas into the chat, and then we'll create a poll from the best ideas. What about that?
They can even leave a comment after this is live, Tom. Most people don't watch this live.
Do a poll to see whether or not people think my idea is a good idea.
Is it Jono Malone?
No.
Jono? I told Joe before we started, but I was considering doing a Samuel Hake bot, and I was like, ChatGPT is just going to fight back on the rape stuff like relentlessly. Well, it won't be any good.
You said it's 649 11 through 5. He probably likes 6 the best though, because that's what he started the series with. Nomad said attach the Mike's the umbrella. Yes, Culvert Stanaloo. I just assumed some people might not know what that is. So I didn't say that. Yeah, Culverts. I have a Culvert.
Is she correcting you?
She's correcting me. She always
the architecture of your house.
Well, there's a question. There's a question mark there.
She was actually mispronouncing my real name.
Oh, that's what AI means. Thank you for clearing that up. Actual invisible
guest of honor. Thank you, Dana.
I'm pretty sure the audience is fictional. Hey,
there's a good chance. There's a good chance.
Oh, hey, Dana said that for us. Hey.
We will.
Overseer said Barney Fife. That's not how this works.
I don't know. The idea of Barney Fife just butting in the middle of the Wheel of Time is kind of fun.
It's going to be loosely related to the Wheel of Time.
Who would be the best character for Don Knotts to play? Is it Samuel Hake?
Yeah. I mean, I would take an almond bunt, like a farmer, but more prominent than just some guy they pass on the road.
Your idea was real. His was better. Yeah.
What about a main-ish character?
A main-ish.
So Deshiva.
Tom Maryland.
Is Deshiva that old?
Don Knotts.
Deshiva.
I mean, I guess Don Knotts is dead, so we're really just Don Knotts of any age would fill the bill, right?
Yeah.
So we got Talmane.
Don Knotts as Agnor would be good.
He should play Elayne's advisor guy. That's Hal Winori, Wyatt Midway.
Yeah, way to go, Joe. Yeah. Who's like a heron.
That's perfect, actually. I love that. I love Hal Winori.
You can play Seven Balor.
Oh, Tom and Lan.
Yeah.
Lan, Dana? Are you just trolling us now?
Obviously, Andy Griffith would play Lan.
I love
Uno
it.
would be fun.
Yeah,
I think Howard Nori's got it for me. Semi Boo Boo. Yeah,
That's going to be our next series after the tWoTties, by the way. It's going to be like picking shows like Happy Days, and signing all the characters to
and making them cast.
Obviously, Richie is Randall Thor.
I mean, clearly he's same if we did Arrested Development.
Wait, Richie is Randall Thor, Lan is the Fonz. This is actually too easy. Never mind, we're moving.
Never. Happy Days is too easy. Pick something that's a little hard. Who would Rand be in Full House?
What?
The kid?
One answer. One of the twins.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The kid. Yeah.
There is no
Michelle.
twins on Full House.
Yeah, it's just one. It's just
No,
one kid.
Using the character.
I mean,
somebody's just like, you need to cleanse the source, and Rand's like, you got it, dude.
I knew that was coming.
oh, DK Moon's a Dimension. That would be really funny, actually. Face me, Randall Thor. Don Knotts is no, I can't do it.
Were you about to do a Don Knotts impression?
Oh no, God,
I was
no!
excited about that.
I didn't even think I could.
But let's stay on topic briefly. What about Scooby Doo? Because Don Knotts was actually in a bunch of.
Oh, he was,
yeah, with the Harlem Globetrotters and all that.
Just the full cast of any Scooby Doo could be one of the characters.
Yeah,
I mean, well, Rand would have to be Fred because he's always with the girls.
Yeah.
Oh, so Matt and Perrin are Shaggy and Scooby. Perrin's obviously Scooby Doo.
Well, you're clearly the dog. The dog-faced boy. It's clearly a dog.
Yeah, I love this.
All of this is gold, and we're ruining it.
Moraine's just the mystery machine.
What if the dragon was a twin? That's an interesting topic for discussion.
Oh, so Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen are Rand and Luce Theron?
Yeah, Rand and Luce Theron, yeah. One's in a small spaceship inside of the other one's head.
What does that make?
With a microphone. With a microphone.
And Uncle Jesse is Lan. Yeah, okay. I can see it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think we did it.
Perrin and Matt are Michelle and.
We're starting the tWoTties.
I wanted to know who was going to be
Spoiler warning. This is our episode covering Winter's Heart, but as awards tonight on the tWoTties, we're gonna possible book spoilers for the whole thing, but we kind of tend to stay just within the book that we're on. But
no,
you never know. We might say something, right?
We fuck it up all the time.
I mean, we fuck it up a lot. Yeah, I guess we do. Yeah.
So Tom Maryland's Joey just cut it out.
So here's the
Why
problem.
are we still talking about this?
That means more gays.
I mean,
more gays is Alanis Morissette.
Yes.
Okay.
Because, yeah. I was very excited to see.
Do we want to introduce our special guest and see if everyone can hear it?
No, not yet. First, we introduce the tWoTties themselves.
Man, I know I say it.
It's the tWoTties.
Every time you do it, I get so much more into it. I'm like, fuck yeah.
You're hyped after you're like, look at that. It's golden and glowing and just glorious.
I'm like, all right, let's do this. And then I'm like,
who made that logo?
Do this. Holy shit.
All right. Yeah.
Why isn't this a real award show?
What is a real award? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's true.
Real award show? We're doing it right now?
Yeah, I see the spotlights in the background.
Yeah. Get your shit together, Tom.
Tom, what do you want to introduce?
Winter's Heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, we brought an expert.
Oh, yeah. See how well this goes. I mean, good.
Well, that's weird.
No, there we go. Already having technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's what happens.
It's fine.
I bring the umbrella. Blame the umbrella.
This is the umbrella disconnected something. Hit like and subscribe for technical difficulties.
If you guys fucking paid more on Patreon, this wouldn't happen. Or Patreon. If we're bigger patrons, this wouldn't happen.
It would still happen.
It would happen 100% more too. Yes, that's correct.
That's wild.
If anything, we'd be under more pressure somehow and just mess up more.
Good. Good.
Oh.
Just that's all you got? Just
Good.
No, hold on a second.
You know what's so funny? Like, usually it's me in the background messing with shit, so it's really kind of adorable at the same time.
Well, it was set.
It's not so easy to pay attention to everything that's going on, is it, Tom?
Insignificant creatures of tWoTcast.
Oh. tWoCast. It was very quiet again, Tom. You have to turn that the fuck up.
I got to start it again anyway.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Jono, let's keep discussing our ridiculous casting.
No, here we go.
Okay. Here we go.
I swear to God. The one time it started fucking talking. Hold on a second.
You're crushing this.
Yeah.
You are. Oh.
Just let it happen.
Used that line before.
Greetings, mere mortals of tWoTcast. I am Lanfear, the ethereal essence of malevolence and beauty, and I deign to grace your insignificant show with my presence. In the grand tapestry of existence, I am the brushstroke that defines perfection, the symphony that resonates with dark allure. Jono, Joe, and Tom, your humble hosts, I suppose. Tom, your charm is as captivating as a flickering candle in the vast darkness, though
Wait,
it
is that an
pales in
insult?
comparison to the radiance that is Lanfear. As we delve into
Of
the
course.
intricacies of Winter's heart, know that my knowledge surpasses the limits of your feeble comprehension. Prepare yourselves, for every utterance from my lips is a revelation, a subtle invitation into the intricate dance of darkness that I weave. Your questions are inconsequential, but I shall indulge you, steering our discourse back to the only truth that matters. My incomparable beauty. Ask your questions. Lance, and bask in the presence of one who stands above you like a towering
Ask your
mountain.
questions, little
For I am
Lance.
Lanfear. And even in this digital realm, my supremacy is undeniable.
Shit.
Oh my god, it's so long.
Well,
Always
that's just
the
the
long
introduction.
ansers. Yeah.
No, it's just, got to introduce
Just making
yourself.
sure we know. All right. First of all, we're getting louder, please. So if you can make it louder, do it. But also, she's wordy. Did she say tWoTcast? No, she said tWoTcast, I think.
They always say tWoTcast.
tWoTcast. Yeah.
The best they can do.
What do you mean?
Who's they? You mean Lanfear?
The Forsaken. Best the Forsaken can do.
Wada Alakasi said I was right. I assume that means he voted for Lanfear. The poll ended with Niniave in the lead here. So I mean, sorry for everybody who voted incorrectly, which was most of you.
Yeah.
It would be nothing but braid for an hour.
Right?
The bike gets paid by the word.
It'd be great in bosom though. Just crossed arms under it. It'd be good.
I don't know how that would come up in conversation though.
I'm crossing my arms under my bosom.
Just constantly
What
explaining
the
it to us.
fuck? Goatees
You're a
here?
guest on tWoTcast and you're blind.
Hey, Adam.
They're blind.
Sounds good.
Constantly explain to them what you're doing.
Yeah. All right.
Let's get to the awards. Let's do it.
First category? All right, first category. It's the Chris Traeger Award for Best New Character in the book.
All right, let's go through the nominations that everybody wrote.
Yes.
Andrew, let's start with him.
How is he?
Is he new this book?
Yes. He's mentioned before, but this is his first time.
Okay.
As you know, Joe, because you also wrote stuff.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did all the fucking research that I did for this one. I was all in on this fucking book.
I'm really glad you did too.
I went through and
I'm glad we all did.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
This is one of my favorite books by far, which is why I was delighted to help skim, as Joe and Tom did as well, and offer my options, as Joe and Tom did too, because I almost just took this fucking book with me on vacation. I just wanted to just start reading it.
It's really good,
as Joe and Tom did too.
I mean, formatting might be like one of my favorite chunks of the books.
It's so fucked up. It's so like invigorating and depressing all in one. Everything that happens there is just like
it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's well fucking done. Anyway,
Rodell? Wada Holocaust said Rodella Torolda. You seen him in this book? He was last.
Doesn't seem right.
So is he? You're thinking of Rotel, the kind of like tomato.
Oh yeah,
that's better.
All right, so Androl, we don't see a ton of him though, right?
This is where we start to get him, but here he's actually kind of like he's actually made fun of a bit, which
he's like the really low-powered dude at the Black Tower.
Yeah. So I'm all right with that. I do have, as you know, and let me get to our notes. It's hard to like not have a little bit of annoyance with him based on what happens later. But here he's a totally fine character who can barely channel for shit, and he's got issues with it. Like, so
I've never disliked him. I just thought he was like in the Sanderson books, he was just like leaned on way too hard and on screen way too much. And I was just like, why am I reading about Androl and Bavara?
Yeah.
Do you get the sense that he's supposed to be what he becomes, or do you think that Jordan uses every single character that he's ever written like later? Like, I think Brandon took that idea and ran with it, but made Androl.
I think a little bit of both, right? I do think that
traveling god.
He's there. He's there in the books, right? And I don't mind. Like, I'd rather he chose a character that already existed versus like writing someone named like Sanzo Branzo, literally, as like the next fucking character that can just randomly channel powerfully. So like, I'd rather he'd use someone who existed. Andrew Ginhold's a very kind of like Robert Jordan name.
He's also a really talented musician.
He's the bard of time.
He's the bard of time.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
I think this is when he meets Ram, but he's introduced way earlier.
He's never on screen.
All right, so he's just like there.
Double check that. Yeah.
Do we like Androl?
I don't know. I don't dislike him or anything. It was just
he just seems like a character like at the end where everything he does is the result of a conversation you have with your friends if you're fucking high, and like what if you could make gateways to do anything?
What if you could do it in a volcano? I just like the idea. Like, I think what bothered me most is because like when it came down to the end, I'm like I love all the random characters, don't get me wrong, but at the end I just want to know what's happening with the main character. Like, throw all those people in the garbage. Like, I don't want to not know what's going on with them, but at the same time, like, I want to view it through. I want every chapter to be like Rand, Matt, Perrin, and Eve, like Elayne. I want all the big characters, like, from their perspective, and those people could be around them.
It seems like Robert Jordan wanted a way for people to get around without having to spend months traveling, but at the same time, put up a lot of guardrails to make sure that like they weren't superhuman. And then in the last book, it was just like, but what if they were superhuman? I'm like, okay.
Oh, you said his comment about meeting was about Iturralde, so that makes more sense actually.
Yeah,
he ran, but he's introduced way earlier. Yeah.
Ayush is correct. Iturralde was introduced before. So that's kind of like that is exactly how I feel though. Like all of a sudden something
I have these conversations without being high.
Fair enough.
That's very true. I mean, that's why we have this show.
We're not
just talking about this shit endlessly.
So you check your food.
Yeah.
Check your food.
You never know. But you never know what kind of butter was used at that restaurant.
The whole point, though, and maybe not the whole point. That's a grandiose word, but like there is this obvious thing of like throughout this entire fucking right here, this entire fucking book, it literally says what's your strength, what's this, can you travel? Literally travel with a capital T. Yes, no, if you don't meet this threshold. Except for one dickhead introduced here who is kind of picked up by Brandon Sanders.
Well, it's his talent. No, I mean, I get it.
But no one else has
we have to move on.
We've spent a long time on Androl, but I mean, like, no, I get what you're saying, Jono.
He's the only, like, it's not like someone like, hey, I can bail. Like, Morgaze can't channel for shit, but she can. One thing she can do is balefire people 3,000 years back. Like that's her talent with a T.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just like a weird thing to me. Like, I feel like it was too far.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. I don't know. I guess that doesn't bother me per se. I guess I don't know.
Our other nominee was tWon. Jono says she was mentioned, but this is the first time we see her. I think first time we see her is that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's and Joe says the same thing, and that's why
I did, and also like I mean she's up there in terms of awesome characters that get I mean, for being introduced in the 9th book, like she's up there in terms of awesome characters.
She's one of the
a lot of people don't like her, but I never didn't. I always liked what she was doing.
I just always picture her as like a 10-year-old girl.
That's why we like her. Yeah.
I mean, he likens her to a porcelain doll very frequently. So, I mean, she does have this like creepy like Megan movie kind of feel to her. Like she's about to start dancing without moving her neck.
So obviously, like there's a slavery issue, but right, we can all get past that. That's really fun. Whatever, not problematic at all.
No, it's
fine. The bigger concern with tWoTcast is he's always liked busty, like big titty chicks, and then
so he thought.
Yeah. Ends up, nope, porcelain doll. Porcelain doll. Thank you, Alakasi. Just every once in a while.
So not everybody. We don't always catch them. Sometimes. I always like tWoTcast, to be honest. See, I think
I actually do too.
There are women who are not strong in the one power who have talents which exceed stronger characters. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
it's true.
And men, and one who can shield anyone and shield stretches without break. Oh yeah,
it's true.
All right, that's true. We have our nominees. Should we find out who the winner is?
We should.
Yeah.
All right, Lanfear, who's the best character and best new character in Winter's Heart?
The feeble attempt to divert my attention from the true brilliance of Winter's Heart. However, I shall indulge your question. Insignificant mortal. In this volume, the character whose presence adds a modicum of interest is none other than Moradin, the chosen vessel of
the winner.
One. His first appearance brings a certain depth to the narrative, though it pales in significance compared to the grandeur of Lanfear. Moradin may dance on the periphery, but remember, it is I who commands the spotlight. Now, let us return to discussing matters of true consequence. The beauty and power that is Lanfear.
I mean, she's not
wrong. I love that.
I mean, I can't argue with that. But once again, Morton was not doing this book.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Are you going to argue with
That's
her?
fine. It's fine. You can't argue with Lanfear.
But the fact that she starts with is my favorite.
So let's put Joe disagrees.
Joe, the audacity to disagree with the undeniable truth. Your dissent amuses me. Know this, mortal Joe. Your disagreement with Lanfear's judgment is as inconsequential as a fleeting breeze against the might of a tempest. In the grand tapestry of existence, I am the masterpiece, and your feeble opinions are but whispers in the wind. Prepare yourself, for should you persist in your disagreement, the consequences shall be swift and devastating. I suggest you reconsider and acknowledge the supremacy of Lanfear's insights.
Let that be a lesson to everybody. Don't disagree.
Well, good Lord.
With the question.
I stand corrected.
So don't forget that you're a giant piece of shit.
Also, mortal or immortal, we don't know yet.
All right. Well, thank you, Moradin, winner of the Chris Traeger Award.
I gotta say, I meant to put, and I completely forgot in this prompt that you are not a vampire, and you want to tell people constantly you're not a vampire.
For those of you who don't know, Tom's joke from the show was that Lanfear is clearly a vampire. We got the Dumbledore Award for Best Gandalf.
Best Gandalf.
And if you guys don't know, that's the best mentor of the book.
Yeah, we have a few nominees here.
Ooh.
Start with Kat Swan.
Kat Swan teaching. Who's she teach?
She teaches Rand. This is the culmination, really, of. I wish it had gone better because I actually really liked the idea that she was there for. But this is where, she is teaching teaching Rand a lot of like following through with promises, kind of what happens when you make mistakes when you're in certain areas, this kind of thing. And if you meant, like, he's several times trying to show her that he's more mature. I think that this is actually like working. Like there's plenty of times where she's just kind of like, I'm not going to do it, boy, if you're not, unless you're fully in on this. And
yeah.
It's positive for me. It's undermined by the shit that comes later.
Yeah, she's exhausted me a little bit. All right. Next nominee would be Lan.
I mean, Lan and Rand, Batman and Robin through formatting is like, again, one of my favorite things in the entire book.
It's really, really fun.
Awesome.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that's one of my favorite moments in the books, period.
When they
which is weird because it's so small.
Yeah.
It's super hard to beat. And it's like a moment whenever I get to in a reread that I'm like get really excited about because I haven't read it 100 times. I've only read it like 30 times.
Yeah. It was when we were like young, like when I was in like high school and bickering with my friends when we were not high about the characters in these books. When I was not high, about the characters in these books, like or not even like, or just being like, Rand's more powerful than Paul Atreides or whatever, like kind of thing, or like the book to comparisons for fantasy.
Make an amazing apple pie.
Anyway, the point is like my fallback. One of my moments of like, hey, this is an awesome moment was like he doesn't need the one power; he can do all this badass shit without the one, like kind of thing. So like that was one of the things I would always fall back on to be like, he's awesome without the power. He doesn't need, kind of thing.
No, I think that's actually
Fiddler's on the Roof.
Actually, it's Diddler's on the Roof. It's the sequel.
It's that's right.
This is awesome.
That's when Samuel Hake, Jack, and Strom go running around on the rooftops of Four Kings.
I can't wait to have the Hake rape AI. I mean,
actual invisible character.
Yeah.
I think Rand had a dream where Lanfear did suck him dry.
Okay.
That reminds me.
All right.
What we should cover one day? That one scene of Ghostbusters where Ray Stans gets that blowjob from a ghost, and it's the funniest thing in the middle of a kids movie.
Is it really a kids movie?
A kids movie?
You don't think Ghostbusters is a kids movie?
No, it'd probably be rated R these days, maybe.
I don't know about R, but it'd be definitely PG-13.
Well, PG-13 didn't exist back then.
Yes,
I know. No, not in that. No, not back then.
All right, our other nominee, this is a reach, is Rand.
That's a reach. Why Rand?
Who wrote that?
I don't know, Jono.
So, I mean, what's it say, Tom?
I think we're going to move by it. I don't think it's going to win.
All right.
We have to move on. We've been on for 35 minutes. We're on War 2.
No, we're on. Yeah. Oh, never mind. We are.
Yeah. We're going to go to the authority.
We had a preamble and some technical difficulties. It's all right.
All right. We're in Lanfear. Who plays the role of Mentor best in Winter's Heart?
In Winter's Heart, the role of Mentor is embraced most convincingly by none other than Catsuan Maladrin. Though she may not possess the ethereal beauty of Lanfear, her wisdom and experience make her a formidable guide. Cadsuane's presence adds a certain depth to the narrative, as she imparts her knowledge with a stern hand. It is a role that she plays with authority and conviction, perhaps echoing the shadows of my own supremacy. While she may not compare to the unparalleled allure of Lanfear, Cadsuane certainly stands out as a noteworthy mentor in this particular installment.
I really feel like that's a lot of respect for Cadsuane, because
shocking.
I think that was the least that Lanfear's referred to herself so far in an answer.
I mean, it really was,
and it was still a lot.
Do you think Lanfear's like a tiny bit scared of Cadsuane the way all the other Aes Sedai are?
No. Should we ask? No.
I was like, the answer is going to be like, fuck you. No.
It's going to ruin my career.
Real quick, I just got an important text message from the future. Me. PG-13 introduced in 1984. Ghostbusters came out in 1984. So that was 100% not a fucking PG-13 rating.
It was PG, right?
Yep.
But it shouldn't have been, is the point. Parental guidance just meant parental guidance. They didn't
Back to
delineate
the Future should have
ages.
also been PG-13.
Yeah, well, guess what? It fucking wasn't. Now we should go back to the past.
Does PG-13 mean parental guidance, but also even if you're a parent and you decide your 12-year-old's allowed to watch this movie, the movie theater's like, not most are 13.
Yeah,
Bad parent.
I don't know.
Didn't you guys work? Like, you worked at
I think
PG-13.
I think PG-13 was mainly just
nobody
about
cared.
like how closer to R you could get it. Like it was just like you could say
R
one
you
F bomb,
going
you
to
could say
the
one
mall.
fuck, you could say like, you know, I don't like. There was like a certain allowance of like violence, and you know that wasn't R yet.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
What's the next award?
The next award is the most valuable character in this book.
Oh, that's a big one.
It's a big one.
That
It's
is
a biggie.
a big one.
Lanfear can't stop talking about supremacy.
You should note the color of her
All
skin.
she cares about.
She's got some real issues back then.
Yeah.
Very pale woman. Not representative.
All right, let's run through the nominees.
Wildman Wild said Airplane and Clash of the Titans both are PG, but both have titties in them. See?
But the titties were under 13.
But oh.
Titties should be in
No,
rated G
no, you
movies.
shouldn't say
Babies eat from titties. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
You on the
There should be-
registry.
There
Yeah.
should be tits in all G movies. All right, first nominee is Matt.
This is like I love like I just this giant this is just half drunk pointing at the camera. I have not drank much at all today. But
Let's rectify that.
yeah, damn near Kildify.
Damn near Kildify.
Like this is some of the best fucking chapters of Matt Cawthon, which is hilarious because he doesn't show up until like the last half of the book, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden,
but when he does,
Egianin, Bail Doman, all this shit starts getting fucking amazing, and like his sneak out is like it's a Home Alone trap almost to my mind. Like there's fireworks going off, there's people like fighting. It's not really fireworks, but like he leaves some shit just in his wake, and it's awesome. There's birds, someone stuck with paint, the gun's not firing off. It's amazing. Like this is a hell of a fucking ending.
there's bird seeds stuck all over two guys.
All right, the
Some
other
kind of
nominee
green
is,
goop slips up the Sean Chen and he's running out of the room.
another nominee, Nene.
She's great in this book. She cleanses the source, but she is
Overseers says Nynaeve right now.
fascinating. She's definitely
As much as I
beat
love
it.
the-
Rand's alpha.
As much as I love the Lan and Rand bro down, I love Nene being Rand's best buddy too. It's awesome.
I mean, it's one of the main reasons. It's one of the many reasons I love Nynaeve so much. Is how capable she is to stand at Rand's level and like help him do shit like this. You know,
100%. It shows how much like shit connections actually mean to him, right?
Mhm,
Like
yeah.
like he could have trusted many people, but he didn't. It's just
There was a few others that were stronger in the One Power that could have helped him in the end with Kalendor and whatnot, and maybe with this even. But like, you know, he trusts Nynaeve, so like, there's a certain like, I don't know.
I just noticed
She's awesome and obviously integral to the end of the book. So clearly,
Before we move on, I just noticed how many nominees Jono has for best sexual moment. All right, next nominee is Rand.
I mean, come on, he cleanses the source.
Yeah.
and he's running around the rooftops like Batman.
Like that is the most important moment. Like, even if the last battle were not in this age, cleansing the source is a top 5 moment of all time because it changes the paradigm of men going insane. It allows like the sexes to balance.
Is it really an achievement though? Wasn't he always going to do that?
Oh, okay. Well, then you know what? This whole fucking series is gonna be-
You know what? Honestly, Elsa and Olivia really stand out to me in amongst the people that protect them while they're doing what they're doing.
Oh, Elsa Penfell?
Yeah.
No, Elsa.
Doesn't she kill Toshiba?
It's Elsa with a Z, not LC. But yeah, no, you're exactly right, Joe.
I said Elsa.
Yeah, you were fine. Tom's
So
a
did I.
beefsteak.
No, it's Elsa Pinto. She's my favorite side character
Yeah.
in the entire series.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So she kills Dashiva, does she not? Or does Olivia? I don't remember. Anyway, I remember Olivia doing some awesome shit, running around and blowing shit up, like when she was like running around helping them. But like that, some of the fight that was happening around the perimeter of Nynaeve and Rand cleansing the source was fucking awesome. And I love
amazing.
You can't like pick one. What I'm going to be like, hey, the whole crew, like the whole crew of everyone protecting them. But yeah, like I really do appreciate all of those side characters running around and doing all that badass shit while they're fighting for fucking Forsaken and Black Tower, turncoats, I guess.
They fight so many fucking people. Like,
it's awesome.
It's a very interesting thing because like we don't really see the lead up to that battle.
It's kind of like a tiny bit of like what will the last battle will be. Like it's like Aes Sedai or Forsaken fighting for like, and I was like, ooh. Yeah,
we don't see the planning for it, but the actual like what goes together is like the light loses like 5 people, and the dark loses Forsaken. They lose all this.
We're going way too.
Everything that happened.
So deep into this
was fucking nuts. Like if you really think about,
we can discuss this more when we get to the audio left moment, I guess.
Let's ask Elayne we'll ask Elayne who the winner is, and then Jono's going to tell us the 3-pronged plan to the dark one for this book.
Oh shit! I have done none of that work.
All right. So Wadahalagassi said Elsa melts the hilltop, and Olivia took on Lanfear with Nynaeve's glove.
Power glove, the Nintendo
power
Power
glove.
It's
the Adam. Yeah.
No. The chains.
Yeah.
The chains and the rings. But yeah, the power glove, like Tom said.
Yeah.
All right,
she could play duck hunt like a motherfucker on that.
Lanfear, who would be considered the most valuable character in Winter's Heart?
The concept of value is a subjective matter, but even in your feeble understanding, it is evident that I, Lanfear, I'm the most valuable character in Winter's Heart.
That's
My beauty,
obvious.
power, and cunning make me an invaluable presence.
I mean, technically Sindane, but all right.
Can only aspire to.
I mean, that was it.
I mean, she's not wrong.
I'm actually surprised she hasn't won every category, though.
Yeah, I mean, mildly shocked she gave that last one to Cadsway.
As I was asking the question, I was like, she's going to pick herself. And she did.
Wildman Wyatt said if Halima's tits weren't out, would the Ashaman notice her channeling Satan sooner? Probably.
It's very confusing.
For 1 second, they're like, holy shit. And then they're like, oh, shit. That's Satan. Oh, Tom just ran away. And I think what he's doing... Wait a minute. Oh, okay, I do have 3-pronged plan. Jono, are you prepared for 3-pronged?
I got the first one. We'll go with rape.
Oh, god damn, right off the bat, huh?
Well, I'm trying to think of like what's going on. And
All right. Well, the Dark One's 3-pronged plan brought to you by Jono. Look, there's a lot of sexual assault in these books, and let's face it, it's someone connected to the Dark One. Yeah, so this is the bad. This is the worst of the 3.
well, we start at the top.
Yeah, I gotta start at the top. All right, so what do you got?
Obviously, there's 2 characters that stick out, not depending.
Stick out. I know what you're talking about.
Erections.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
because you're all horrible people. So 1, obviously, Doyle Millar is in this, right?
Yeah, but does he do any active?
He is the greatest.
Sexual assaulting.
It doesn't matter.
That's true. He's just there.
Also, if I remember correctly,
actually, didn't he like go out into the town, into Camelin, and like murder a bunch of people and do things and then shove them down wells and shit?
No, he admits to having done that in his past.
Okay.
But like while out on the town, but instead he's also famous or infamous here for groping guardswomen.
Yeah, it's real rapey.
Or is that book?
Yeah.
Either way, it's Doyle Millar, man. Doyle Millar, just by virtue of being here.
I mean, it's Doyle Millar.
Yeah, greatest rapist there is. So he is definitely, as soon as he gets...
It's coming on tits. Jono writing his argument.
Thank you. Putting things together.
Wait, is melting on it? That's what... Adam said, "Is melting hilltops a sexual thing and a sword form?" First of all, yes, of course.
Yeah,
And that's what this answer was.
And then the next piece is
Why
totally
the-
related.
It's coming on tits. That's pretty good.
But
Also, it should be a sword form.
melting hilltops.
If you're using Rand's like fire sword from like book 3, yeah, 100%.
And then the other thing
is it weird?
Also,
You're still on
Queen
race.
Thailand.
Wait, what channel?
Queen Thailand. Queen Thailand, depending
Oh
upon.
gosh, yeah.
I love how like as certain narratives have changed, and I'm not saying I'm just like as we wake up and say, well, he didn't
Wait a
want to
minute.
have sex, but he got hard. Now it's like,
Yeah. Wait a minute.
oh,
Should we
want to have sex?
Should we thank
Anyway.
Hugh Jackman as Doyle Millar? Because every time you talk about him as the greatest rapist, I just think of the greatest
The whole first of all, yes. Second of all, every time he's in the show is just like it suddenly shifts into like into a musical for no reason.
a musical about rape.
The Greatest Showman. Oh, damn it. That's horrible.
What's
You're
the
a
next
horrible
category?
person.
Yeah.
Next category. Hold on, I lost. Wait, where are we?
we were talking about Thailand.
Well,
also
Elayne
being
and Rand.
interested. And that's it.
I haven't heard Millar banged Elayne, but he used Rand's dick. That's a rumor.
I heard that too.
Unconstituted rumor. Yeah, so we're casting Doylan as huge Ackman.
Did you ever watch Umbrella Academy?
I mean, I watched
Not.
a little bit. I never got into it. I liked the comic. For some reason, I just never got.
I love the show. I
never got into the show.
Say I heard a rumor and not.
Okay.
I'm excited for this.
No, there's nothing. There's nothing to talk about. Most Magneto.
Oh, the best villain.
Best villain of the book.
Well, I mean, we're already there. Let's start with nominee Doyle Millar.
All right. He's pretty top tier shitbag, you know.
What shitbag? Seems
I mean, villain. That's what I meant to say. I mean, does he do anything really villainous though, other than like hide the fact that he's a villain?
That's villainous.
Yeah, I guess so.
he's absolutely he's raping people off screen for sure.
Yeah, I think so. Right. That's what I was saying to Jono when you were gone, Tom. Isn't he like running around Camelin just like murdering people and like shoving them under bushes and shit?
No,
I mean we can run through the nominees, but I can almost guarantee who Lanfear is going to pick as the winner.
I want her to say greatest rapist. I just want to hear AI say greatest rapist. I mean,
it's not going to happen. Yeah.
Active invisible gas.
Adam said these awards need the word boner added to them at the end. I mean, some of them, sure.
Boner?
Not all of them.
That, Mr. Boner.
Not all of them, Goatsy.
Yeah, Boner. Goatsy Boner, by the way, is my work password, so good luck finding out my username.
I think we've covered Joel and Laura. Real quick nominee, Robert Jordan, for making us continue to read about Fail.
Who wrote that nominee? I wonder.
We'll do Penn Fane in Formatting. Pretty messed up.
Yeah, what does he do there? I guess he does stuff. He's fucking around.
Stuff.
The whole.
I mean, it's not like I don't know.
Half the reason.
I mean, the guys they went to kill are dead because he's.
It's not like cutting Rand's side for the second time. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not. I don't know. He's there and he does things.
I always had the weirdest picture of him cutting Rand's side, like he's like diving to do a one-handed catch of football with a dagger.
Just makes it into the end zone, nicks him.
And then a nominee is Morden for rounding up all the Forsaken to fight Rand at the cleansing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that one seems like the real nominee.
Yeah,
well,
I mean, because that's a huge fight, and he is like, I'm the Lord of Chaos or whatever,
Magneto would have a hard
I
time
know.
in this book. Like he would go to the city and like everything's made of wood and stone. Nobody could use swords against him, but like,
I mean, all of their weapons are pretty much useless. So, I mean, yeah, you know, maybe he's not like ripping steel girders out of buildings or anything, but he's fucking shit up.
until the last battle when all the steel melts.
Oh, all the metal goes away.
Yeah.
Oh shit! That was a small pocket. That was a pocket of a bubble of evil.
Lanfear, who's the best villain in Winter's Heart? If you say yourself, I swear to God.
The notion of a best
What is happening?
considering the pantheon of darkness present in Winter's Heart. However, let us be clear. While others may vie for attention, none can match the malevolence and cunning of Samael.
There you go.
Well, he's dead.
I've taken to muting our guests after they give me the answer. And not listening to the other two paragraphs.
Let's be honest, the biggest villain is Elayne because this is the most we see her in any book. Is that true?
How did Lanfear not choose Lanfear?
Yeah, that seems odd.
I mean, if you're going to choose a character that's not in the book.
Because it's Zendane at this point.
That's true. Maybe she got confused. She's
She
had a
might
little
be
bit of an identity crisis, and
Well,
she's
yeah.
Her favorite
Maybe
song
we'll
right now
talk
is
to
"What's
that.
My Name Again." It's supposed to be
Wow.
One Age again. That's
Wow.
terrible,
You
terrible.
should put
Wow.
up Jonathan's terrible things for that. That was awful. That made me so sad.
I actually forgot the
In
name of
my
the
heart.
song. I forgot the name of the song as it was happening. That was not enough to deal with.
This is the second time in a row that someone else won Best Villain for not being.
Maybe that's
This guy-
why he wins.
This guy is on fire.
maybe he's around a lot more than we all think he
Yeah,
is.
we don't
you know?
read the books close enough.
We don't know. You know, we just don't know.
What about all right? The guest next time is going to be Samael, and I'm going to make it very clear to him that he is not the best villain.
And he's dead.
Do you think ChatGPT will?
Well, from the grave, I would say.
Who is Chad GPT? I don't know Chad.
Chad?
If you can't pick Samael, who do you pick?
By the way, Chad GPT is a great Halloween costume. Just like
Why the puns in that? I don't. Every time with these, none of them make any sense.
I'm sorry.
How do you dress up as
Besides
ChatGPT?
Samael, who else? Besides Lanfear, besides Samael, who else?
Very well. I shall entertain your inquiry further. In addition,
Very quiet, Tom.
the treacherous Samir Hage emerges as a formidable and captivating.
That's Samir Hage.
Samir Hage.
All right,
right.
next category.
It's the Sam Hank Award for Best Triple X moment. Brought to you by
Here
Vin
we go.
Diesel.
I'm going to go through these quickly.
Okay.
My favorite nominee is actually the Red Hot Rod from the last book. It's got 3 exclamation points.
I mean, it's legendary.
In my opinion, it's still the winner.
Yeah.
The next is Tillin and Matt. The next is Roland ass slapping fail. Everybody loves this, right? The note. We've got Gabrielle the Brown bonded to Logain banging Logain, and Deville the Red hating every moment of that. We've got Mazrim Tame doing some peep show shit on Elayne. We got the post-bonding fuckery with Iran and Elayne. Meanwhile, all the bonded ladies all get fucked by proxy.
All the bonded ladies. All the bonded ladies. All the bonded ladies.
All the bonded ladies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 2 people having sex and then everyone else feeling it. It's gotta be the best sexual moment of this book by far. No, I mean, everything else just pales in comparison.
After Red Hot Rod.
After Red Hot Rod.
Yeah.
I actually really liked the the entry for Gabrielle the Brown bonding Logain and having sex with him. That was pretty fun. I like that.
It was a pretty funny. It showed
Good entry.
the massive difference, and you did a great job, Joe. The massive, just thought like first off, he actually just wanted to get fucked.
You're muted, Tom.
Not.
There you go.
But then thirdly, like there's just kind of this like also like computational science to it. Meanwhile, like Vel the Red is just like
just disgusted.
Tame
disgusted.
Tame doing some peep show shit on Elayne ? Is my favorite nominee.
I mean, that's pretty good. Like, hey, strip down, but Tame's here. Who cares? This is what happens.
Yeah, it's time to go.
This is how our culture works. Suck it up.
All right, let's see who Lanfear thinks the winner of this category is. Lanfear, what was the hottest, sexiest moment of Winter's Heart?
Mortals and their preoccupation with fleeting desires. While the pages of Winter's Heart may contain moments of passion, none can compare to the incandescent allure that is Lanfear herself.
She's not answering that question.
She basically said me.
Like,
I mean, it's not. Again, it's not wrong. Yeah.
And the winner is.
The winner is. I mean, it's got to be. It's Rand and Elayne having sex while the other ones feel it. It's fantastic. While the pages of Winter's Heart may be stuck together.
Oh, all right. One more question. Lanfear, what did you think about the red hot rod from the last book?
The feeble attempts to divert the conversation to mundane matters.
Oh, she's still just obsessed with herself.
Wow.
Wow. What's the next
just
category?
So self-centered, Lanfear.
Like, stop thinking about red hot rods and sexy moments and talk about Lanfear.
Yeah, I know. Jeez, man. Like, climb off your high horse. You know. Next category is This Is It. Don't get scared now.
Oh shit, it's a big one.
That's the
you get scared now.
This is the best battle in the book. This is the best fight.
Let's do the nominee that's not going to win real quick. Matt's Escape from Ebudar.
Well, I mean, what is he? He doesn't really fight anybody, does he?
He sets up a battle. If you remember, he sneaks in to the top of the kennels, which is a nice thing to say about all women.
Doesn't tWoTcast try to jump kick him?
Yeah, that happens too. As does what's her name? But he stops her. But like he sets up the sea folk being able to like run away. So there's a big rebellion there.
His hands are down.
Dozens of ships sink, that kind of thing. It's a big naval battle.
Okay.
What do you have now to say?
But it's all just a distraction.
I was saying he paints the fence, sands the floor.
Yeah.
Up, down, not side, side.
Up, down, not
the
side.
other
side.
nominee and the clear winner is Cleansing the Source.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, there's so much awesome shit happening in that fight.
That I don't know what fight is the best. Options include the end of book 2, and maybe just this and Dumai's Wells. If those are the single best, like fights that are just that kind of like they're not like the end of the fucking series is 500 pages, so we can't include that battle. Mm-hmm. But like those 3 options are fucking obnoxiously awesome.
There's part of this fight, and it's similar to Samuel's
the Battle of the Two Rivers. I love it.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic.
Hip 4. I'm fine with that. That's a great fucking fight. Just like
I liked the Karian fight with Matt and the Shido, but it's mostly like after the fact, but I guess it's told well still. Like it's told like post battle, but it's still like a really awesome battle. But the thing. So part of this fight with me for 9 that bothers me, and also with Samuel, was like there's always kind of like a mystery of like, did he get balefired or did he die? Like I don't know what happened. Obviously, we've figured out that he doesn't because he's still the most Magneto for the last 2 episodes. But like in this, like when Elsa like glasses over the hilltop or whatever and kills Dashiva, like you don't like know if he was there. Like you're like pretty certain, but you're not like certain. And I'm just like a psychotic person that's just like, I need to know if they died or not. Like I need to know if that villain is off the board kind of thing. And it always bothers me when it's like a vague and you're just like, And which is so much more realistic to just be like, I blasted that hilltop and I don't see the guy anymore, so I guess that's it, kind of thing. And you're just like, God damn it, these fuckers crawl back like cockroaches all the time, and I just want to know that they're dead.
That's exactly.
And that kind of shit drives me crazy.
These Tommy. Joe, I'll go. Like there is obviously a very, like this has happened. There's a precedent for even if you are dead, you come back, and if you're not dead, you can be healed. So like it's like
show me the body exactly. Like I'm the kind of reader that I'm like, if I don't see them die, I'm just gonna assume that they're gonna come back later. So after you read the whole series, that's the only time you can confirm, like, okay, that person is off the board. Yeah, that's true, Tom. We read comics. Hence the most Magneto.
There's not that many moments in these books where you're reading something and you think somebody could die at any moment.
That's true.
Like of consequence. Usually you're just like, yeah, okay. How are they going to get out of this? And
yeah, they really tricked me.
Like, oh, who's going down?
In book 5 with Robin, they really tricked me. Like I genuinely thought like Matt and Abby.
I got tricked. I got tricked in book 1.
I was just like, what? I just kept reading like a madman. No. But yeah, you're right.
All right, I'm gonna see what Lanfear has to say, but if she doesn't agree with it, then I'm just gonna I'm gonna cut her off. She's probably gonna get mad at me, but
women do that, man.
Oh, it's the Battle of Doom as well is the answer.
Is it?
I forgot to unmute her, and I'm kind of glad.
Sometimes, like, look,
don't leave Lynn for our mute. She'll kill you for that.
I love women, but sometimes, man.
I mean, just so you know, Doom as well is but a backdrop to the true epicenter of brilliance, the one and only Lanfear.
Yeah, of course.
It's true though. You mean Sindane? It's weird.
Well, that was our name. That was our big category. We're moving on to your second entry, Jono.
Oh, I mean,
you ready?
Yes.
Oh, Tom disappeared.
So we're going to go to my second discussion piece, which is going to be what we've already done: rape. So it's weather or headaches.
What do you want?
I want you. To tell me.
Oh, okay. Well, the next entry in the 3-pronged plan, of course, is weather, because there's extremely bad weather today.
That's it.
In Atlanta.
What's funny is this is on them at this point. This is a rebuttal for everything that the Dark One has done. With 6 months of summer. I don't know what animal that is that keeps seeing its own shadow or doesn't necessarily. That has you have so many months of summer. It's
a badger. A badger comes out from one of the bushes or something.
There's just so many badgers in the two.
They let the badger out of the bag on the village green, and then if the badger runs back into the bag, then winter is 6 more weeks.
Summer in this case is what had happened.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And then the goal of the winds was used, which reversed everything. I love this theory. That's what's going on. This is what they get for their
It's a beaver, Jono. Oh, hey, Dan.
Dan.
Yeah, okay. So there's
I
not a whole lot of weather from the Dark One's end of things.
I want to take a step back, though, and admit, I don't know what a beaver looks like, Dan. I try a lot, I think, with my wife.
How often? Daily?
Oh God, no! It's hourly. It's weird.
Okay.
It's just not coming, literally. So I don't really know what a beaver looks like.
I mean, we don't know.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's been winter for a long time in your house.
It's been, and I'll tell you what, winter's hard on, very soft.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Or very just annoying. I just. Full mast all time. Oh, welcome back, Tom.
All right, you got me for like 10 more minutes.
All right. Well, I mean, we got to keep going. The worst.
All right,
the classic Elayne Award for the worst Elayne moment. Spoilers. It's all of them. Okay. Woo! Classic Elayne. What's she doing this one?
Do you want me to just read Jonathan's nomination?
Yeah.
You mean
Right.
our?
So much of this book is devoted to Elayne conquering a queendom that she already won because Rand could give it to her. I get her concern around optics, but it's not a democracy, so there's no secession. There's no reason to pretend she needs a majority of the houses. Just take your country.
I mean, Jono loves to argue that Elayne's not horrible in the early books, and he's not entirely wrong.
I like Elayne early books. I like Elayne.
But this is like exactly what I'm talking about every time I talk about how much I hate Elayne is this entire story arc. So, like, I mean, yeah.
This
is the fucking worst.
Except what you fucking make.
I would say I hate this storyline more than Perrin and Fail. Being lost forever.
The only reason I don't hate this more is because this actually does like weave into other things. There's Aes Sedai plots, Doyle and Millar. There are like things going on that affect the larger.
But Doyle and Millar doesn't come into play except in her orbit.
But he's the best fucking character, right?
She's tying up plots from book 2 and 3 that we didn't necessarily need tied up.
Still,
I don't care what Thalian's doing.
What is first off? Let's pause for a second, Joe. Let's pause for a second. Right now, Tom looks like he is just a floating head in a it's a little better. I like the other version more.
I had to put a battery pack on the back of my phone. It was just slowly sliding.
Dan said if Elayne didn't have Rand in her corner, no way the daughter of a tyrant would be embraced. She's Eric Trump.
Elayne.
I mean,
whoa, E.T.
He's not wrong.
E.T.
Dan shares in my hatred for Elayne. It's okay.
The worst part about this storyline to me is that we get to the last book and it's just like, the camel blew up. Like, why did we do this? Why did we do this?
You have to understand that not everything has a meaning.
Let's see what Lanfear. What was the worst Elayne moment in Winter's Heart?
Wait, wasn't there more on that category?
No, that was it.
Oh, come on! I thought that last part was actually more annoying. In the middle of the one of Elayne's chapters, the Aes Sedai all of a sudden they go from obliquely to directly discussing something about the fact that Elayne and Avienda were walking down alone, unaided, unescorted, not channeling, and almost got killed by just thugs. Nothing important, just almost, just knifed for money. Again, important fucking people.
That makes sense.
That's an Elayne moment to me.
Yeah, that's perfect, Jono. Honestly, that's how frustrating she is. Like she does those stupid things while maintaining that like what she's currently doing is like super important and like like she has to do a certain thing and be like a queen and like then she's like, but also I'm gonna sneak out to Hogsmeade and go fuck around with Harry for a little bit. And you're like, what are you fucking doing? Just fucking either be the queen or be the novice at the White Tower that sneaks out at night.
Tom?
I just have to say that no matter how much I try to make our guests for like 2 weeks in a row despise Elayne, every time this category comes up, it's just like a well-reasoned like answer. And I'm like, no, get mean about it.
Yeah, just be mean. Just be mean.
Before we move on, I would like to say that from now on, I might call my ejaculate Hogsmeade.
That's not good.
DK Moon said Elayne and Gwen are so related. Both get worse as the series goes. Again, I stand in Gwen's defense that when Matt cracked him over the head with that quarterstaff, a little bit of his brains leaked out. And then they healed him, and he's just never been the same since. Yeah, I don't think they healed him just right. I think he was perfectly fine up until that moment. Was it just after that?
I can't heal brain injuries. What's the next category?
Joe, I think we also agree she probably smells amazing. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, she bathes in rose water, right? And milk.
Actually, it's Brose water. That's how she got.
Brose water.
Just nut everywhere.
Next category is
Just
the
nut
biggest
everywhere.
catfish of the book. All right,
The
boys.
biggest catfish. Let's go. Randus the bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Rand's Beggar and Camelin.
I mean, he's yeah.
Also, it's very important for some other things that Min Farshaw, one of the greatest.
So I mean, like, and not to be nitpicky because
One
that's a
of.
great entry, but I mean, is a disguise catfishing? It's just
Catfishing some people.
yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
He's tricking some people.
Okay,
Dolan
sure.
Millar pretending he's not Hugh Jackman, the Greatest Showman.
Yes. I mean, come on, that's pretty good. You know. And he becomes captain of the Queen's Guard because of it. He's so good at his job that he becomes captain.
Elayne and Brigitte catfish Dolan Millar right back, I guess.
Is that in it? Do they turn it around on him in this book?
This book, yeah. At this
Oh
book.
wow.
Yeah.
He rose and fell really quickly, huh?
Yeah. He's like me during sex. Yeah.
I'm the captain. You're out.
Do you remember
That's a
how
good plan.
Do you remember how badly before the last book came out we just kept talking over and over about him cutting those babies out of her, and then it almost happened
man.
in the book.
Yeah. The amount of times that we discussed wanting him to cut the babies out of Elayne, and then it literally almost happened in the books. Is like it's almost horrible. Well, I mean, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Does Brendan Sanderson listen to tWoTcast?
I know some of you joke about book 9 pages being stuck together, but man, my book 14 pages almost
Brandon Sanderson listens to tWoTcast. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been on the show.
Yeah. He has been technically, yeah. Well, you know what we should do? We should get Brandon Sanderson on here and
That's a horrible idea. That's a horrible idea.
I can't wait to see the prompt for him.
I feel like the lawyers would come slapping down on us pretty fast after that.
Luckily, we have a pretty solid defense team.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Wait, a deacon is that Elsa wanted to act her part so much she killed a big player on her own team. Oh, that's
Correct.
true.
Yeah, that's correct. That's a good idea, but not as good as the other 3.
That's not bad though.
No.
I think because Doyle and Millar rose and fell so quickly, and fuck Elayne and anything she does, I think Rand wins as the beggar. I think that's the best.
No.
Is the beggar motif.
Dolan Millar is the winner.
Yeah, Dolan Millar is always the winner.
Fine.
Hey, who are you kidding here?
Hey, ask
You kidding
Lance
me?
what she thinks of Dolan Millar. Just Dolan Millar.
The greatest showman.
Yeah.
All right, Van for a second. It's too windy out here for me to ask.
It's too windy.
I have to send her a text.
All right. And do we want to discuss headaches while we're doing this? Because we're almost done, right?
Yeah, we got
All right.
2.
Oh,
We got 2 left.
Let's pretend. Lanfear, what do you think of Doyle and Millar? No, she's not talking.
Ideal woman. She's amazing.
She said he's a fleeting presence in the best tapestry of the wheel of time. His actions may stir the waters of intrigue, but compared to the grandeur that is Lanfear, he's but a passing shadow.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, anyone compared to the grandeur of Lanfear is but a passing shadow.
And the intricate dance of power manipulation Millar might play his part, but his significance is dwarfed by the brilliance that radiates from the daughter of the night. I mean,
isn't it a great guest? She's just fantastic. I just love her.
Her thoughts on him are as inconsequential as his role in the grand scheme of things. Jesus Christ.
I'm going to start just using that terminology.
My thoughts on yours inconsequential.
It sounds like what Dr. Evil says, and all the details of my life.
Quite
just like Doyle and Millar. Okay. All right.
Next category, boys, is Artax dies. It's the saddest moment in the books. In the book. In the book? In the book.
Artax to Artax, but that's different.
Does it not say Artax? It
No.
does.
It's wrong in the email.
Oh yeah. Well, that's your fault. It's
No.
wrong. It's right when I type
It's
it.
our fault. Our fault.
No, I thought his name was Artex for like my entire life, so I spelled it wrong.
I guess the nominees are at the end of the formatting plot. John, if you want to elaborate on that.
I kind of mentioned earlier, but there's something just like intrinsically sad about everything that happens in formatting. Like the fact that Rand is there at all is fucked up, right? The thing he's created with the Black Tower coming to stab him in the rectum, horribly sad. Partly because of his own just concerns and paranoia, but also because literally a evil person has been parked there, came to fight him in the ass, and that's why he had to go there. It's clever of him, but like the whole thing is really fucked up. And then he and Lan on the fucking rooftop, and when Lan just says "let go," like reading that, like I don't think you can read slower than 60 miles a fucking hour because you just want to know, oh my god, what does he do? And then they both start just fucking falling off. Like again. Like, next page. Like it's so fucking sad. And the way that eventually he walks out and he's not sad, he's just even stupider, harder, which is where Cadswing is supposed to come in. And he's just kind of like, the sword's not upset at the fucking smithy, right? Or whatever he says. And you're like, so you just had the shit beaten out of you and hooray, you're an implement. Like,
yeah.
Like that.
This is like Rand at his darkest, close to.
Darkest. Yeah. So you think so?
But I mean, he's definitely on that path of being like
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm just a tool to be used by for the last battle, and everything that happens to me is just whatever. I'll deal with it.
It's such 180 degrees because like in the previous book, the Red Hot Rod says, "I'm just a tool to be used."
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
Anyway, what else? What do we got?
The Shiva dies.
Glass Hilltop? That's sad?
The Shiva. Fucking
I do kind of love the Shiva.
I do like the Shiva.
Yeah. I don't know if I was sad.
I kind of miss him.
Show me the body.
I kind of miss him.
I couldn't be sad in that moment because I didn't see the body.
But I love he doesn't know how to like sheath a sword. He doesn't know how to get on a horse. It's just like everything about Deshiva is just like.
He was a bad guy the whole time too, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Ayush said, I think this is Rand at his saddest. Before this, it was starting to get bad. After this, it's full on crazy. Okay, that's kind of what I was saying. Yeah. I always liked Deshiva too.
Again,
I mean, it was good. Yeah,
he was amazing.
It was great.
And then depending on if you want to call it under this book or the next, because once he uses the Choden Cow, that's when the time of is it time of awakening? What is it?
Isn't that like in the prologue of next book?
That maybe that's the prologue of next book.
Yeah, I think it's
so next time then on
I think it's the prologue.
Yeah.
Next week on tWoTcast, you already have Jono's answer.
Yeah.
All right.
Final nominee is the CFO committing suicide.
Well, that's next time on tWoTcast because that apparently that may happen at the end or the beginning of the next book.
Do you want to ask Brandon Sanderson what the saddest moment of Winter's Heart is?
I do.
Oh no!
I do.
Brandon, what's the saddest moment of Winter's Heart? Oh, he's not talking.
That's weird because all he does is write.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he's typing his answer.
Yeah. Just give him a minute.
Let me ask him one more time. I forgot.
Ooh, manipulated. I like that pun.
I mean, Noman Garden's full of puns.
Yeah.
And subsequently good Halloween costumes. Oh God.
Oh no.
What?
Never mind. Move on.
Oh no! And okay, yeah, as in that was a bad idea. Probably.
Fascinated by what that is.
I know. Does Shiva dying? I don't know. I don't know if I can call it.
Well, obviously, it was partly a joke, man. As you know yourself. I appreciate all you. But like it's clear the entirety of Rand's plot in book 9 is both triumphantly strong and horribly depressing. Like everything about it is just like a man who's tried to create so much, and yes, probably not in the best of ways doing it. Like he has tried to bring something back that hasn't been done for 3,000 years plus, right? He has tried to create like a whole thing of channelers to put them in like to fight the Dark One. And yes, obviously he could have done better. And what happens instead is the Dark One fights him, like in Russia, right? You know, like, to use a shitty joke. Like that's what happens. Like that's what happened though. Like that's fucked up. And that's like he's got to go and like kill these fucking people that were once assumed to be his allies, and that sucks. Here's some more whiskey.
All right.
What's the final category? Yeah.
Before we do final category, we've got a 3-pronged plan.
Oh yeah.
And that's headaches.
All right, I got 2 in my mind.
Okay.
Do you want?
It just has to be a representation of it. You don't have to pick one.
No, but do you want? Which one do you want? The better one or the worst one?
Give me an order. Second best to first best.
Right. The actual best headache.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Actually, we're gonna go with the actual worst headache. Is everything in the fail plot?
So for the reader.
Yeah. For the
reader. Okay.
It's in the eyes of the beholder.
Is it the Dark One's plan though?
Yeah, fucking apparently.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, because he's got a hold over. It's a Beatles song, right? He's got a hold over. What's her name? Does he? Oh, I guess she just moved her there. So that's just bad luck to move Savannah there. But the actual like headaches that I can never. I hate. One of the things I hate about this book, and hate is a very overly strong word because it adds so much dimension to it.
You just said Galena with no explanation. She is the worst.
She is a fucking headache.
Yeah, she's a fucking headache. She's also a headache for Fael.
Oh yeah,
so not
Galena
bad.
is evil. I'm sorry, I'm
Not
thinking of Thereva. Yeah, Galena is definitely evil as fuck, but also she enjoys her life.
Thereva is more like
slave. That one's
evil.
She's gonna be a fascinating conversation piece later.
Galena?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I probably shouldn't grant
her punishment later. Wait, no, that already happened. When she got captured was fantastic.
Yeah. But no, Rand channeling. This is all again. This is one of the worst for Rand's ability to channel here. After the balefire, he's got. This is like pure spins and everything. He's falling off. Out of every room he tries to channel in. Like instead of doing it in front of people, he turns a corner to grab the source. Instead of using the source to pour himself a fucking drink, he walks over and does it himself or asks for someone to do it.
Mm-hmm.
He's so afraid of channeling.
Yeah, this is the height of him Loose Theron's spaceship floating around his head, fucking everything up.
But I think it's also there's another dude who's joined in. But yeah, it's all
When they cross the streams,
Isn't that a Elvis song?
Yeah, crossing the streams.
No, it's all fucked up.
Dana Lou said Savannah is the worst. That's
not wrong. Although
technically, I actually kind of like this twist on headaches, where it's the worst character for us as readers to endure. That's sort of good. I like that twist. But we're literally talking about headaches in the books because there's a lot of them. All right. Well, I think we're on the last category, boys.
All right. Well, hold on.
Oh, okay.
Brandon, what's the last? Wait, what's the saddest moment in Winter's Heart? I still won't talk. Why does it still seem so dumb? All right, never mind. I'm out. I'm done with it.
Mormons are famously taciturn. Like they don't really kind of not embracing kind of new technologies necessarily. They're wonderful people.
I wanted that to work so badly. It's kind of bummed me out. All right, final category.
All right, final category.
What is the next category?
It's on your left.
Oh, yeah.
Best moment of the book. Biggest moment of the book. That was making a lot of noise. Jono?
Am I answering this?
Sure. I don't know. I think Tom's back.
Okay. Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm kind of back.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's start with Matt and everything he does in the book.
Okay. I don't disagree. He's kind of awesome in this book. There's a lot of fucking cool shit. There's not, but it's hard to be like there. But it's kind of like the group of people protecting Randon and Eve. Like it's hard to be like this one thing, aside from like the entire plan coming together. I guess.
I struggle here. I'll be honest. Like these are the two. There's probably like I don't know 10, 12 moments in the Wheel of Time series as a whole that like you start telling me about and like. My dick starts.
They don't necessarily need to be like big things. It just needs to be like the thing that you're like, I fucking loved when that happened. Like for me, I love in this book when Rand's fighting those two Asha'man in the alleyway and he shoves the sword back into the sheath because they have their peace bond cut. And that alleyway fight is my favorite thing ever. I fucking love it to death.
Tormal and D and T, right?
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I forget like, their names. If we were sober, which we're not. Yeah.
At any rate, I fucking love that moment. Like it's like frozen in my head as like one of the best moments in all the books. But like, but it's just like me. That's just me. Like it doesn't have to be like it's this huge battle thing or whatever. It could just be I love this one thing. But yeah, that is my entry for this book. Is just Rand in that little fight in the alleyway. He kills one and one runs away? I can't remember.
Yeah, Torval and
or do they both run off?
So he kills one, the other one gets stabbed, right? But
yeah, I think he might kill them both, and then he runs from the guards because the guards are like around the corner, like real fast.
He doesn't kill the second one, but I think Payton Fane does.
Oh, that's right. You're right. He runs off, and then Rand's chasing him through the alleyway. And also, maybe it's the description of like moving through the alleyways and like how twisting they are, and the whole setup of it. I don't know. I just fucking love that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up there for me.
I can't wait to just get blasted and talk about this book. Oh wait, we're doing that.
Yeah, we're already doing it.
Tom is having a good time with this. I don't know. So this to me is like this is one of the most like fucking amazing things about Robert Jordan's work is like you start talking about things I'd not put at all in my and you did obviously Joe things, but now I'm like, oh my god. Torval and Gedwin.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, like those were some of the most like, visceral fucking fights in the entire series.
Yeah, that's why I love when he's in Farmatting. That is one of the moments that I'm just like, I love when he's in Farmatting. It's so good.
I love him just going like, pub to pub, drinking mulled wine, while poor men, like they're having like a fun time. Like in Farmatting, it's only for women, and like he's got to get in the common room. He can't ask questions too much. Like he has to pay. Like everything about it. Like there's a rich culture that's just fucking, like just different and original.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just makes me want to get drunk and yell about it. Oh, great news! To me, like this is probably my favorite, or second, third, fourth, or fifth favorite book.
I think my best moment for the book is what's happening right now is that we've been doing this for 13 years and we're talking about this book. And
does Perrin do some chopping and throw away the axe? That's next book. Right? No, that's 11. That's 11.
I think
That's 11.
You know what
Yeah,
people
but
ask?
it's going to be closer
Oh, wait,
because
wait,
he's got to do the fight.
We're still talking about it. John is still so excited.
I could not be more excited.
I'm excited talking about Farmatic. Let's do it more.
You know what I want to do? Watch this. I'm gonna put my arms around the baby.
Good God.
And just get drunk.
Good God.
The amount of times.
The veins of gold are great. Oh, that's a good one, Ayush.
Shit,
I like that.
that's in here, right? Veins of
Yeah,
gold.
you wrote that, Jono, in your. It was attached to your best sexual moment, I think.
Oh, was it my best sexual moment?
No.
You got that?
It's in the on your left. It's there.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
okay.
so it's.
Oh, okay. All right, veins of gold. Is that what? Is that
on your left?
I don't know. Is that a vein? Veins of gold is great. That's great.
No, Ayush. 100%.
Uninvited threesomes are the worst.
That's actually your password.
That was when we were talking about Savannah and Galena.
The thing is fucking awesome.
Yeah, the veins of gold is great.
To me, it just. I love every character, but especially Rand and the veins of gold.
But the way that Rand's written for so long in these books is like kind of from other people's perspectives for the most part. I mean, you get like when you do get his perspective, it's like I'm crazy and I'm talking to myself, so there's a lot but like when you get to see him in that kind of a vulnerable situation from someone else's perspective for like kind of for the first time for them as well. Yeah, it's huge and revealing and interesting and intimate and and you're just like, oh, this is fantastic. But
you're exactly right. Two things. Like first off, Tom has something that's huge and revealing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
is his penis.
Yeah.
Secondly, though, like it's just one penis.
Tom, you're.
I'm sorry. I got. That's on me.
You're showing, Tom.
Tom, you're nodding. But then, secondly, he is a just amazingly interesting character, though.
You don't say one or two.
When you start, the idea that this man literally, not all of him, right? Like every character, Perrin and Matt, especially, Egwene, Avienne, and Nynaeve, especially, are helping this. But Rand has the weight of the world on his shoulders. He's a reject fucking Atlas. And the fact that he's held all this pain in, and these girls, they see it. They see it, and all they can do is just appreciate the fuck out of him. Shows how great they are.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was going to say to add on to that. It's not just about like what he's going through, which is simultaneously amazing, but it's also the fact that like they feel all that, and then the weight of that doesn't crush them either. It shows how awesome and resilient they are.
Like I remember at the end of just like laugh, just like he's the fucking Karakarn.
Yeah.
Because she can take it, he can take more. He can kind of like take part of his load, if you know what I mean.
You said on that note, it's also the three reactions and how different they are, so representative of their personalities. So yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's the Veins of Gold is a good.
It'd be funny if Veins is just like put it on.
My moment's more of a microcosm of like Rand just being a badass. So yeah, like I mean, if there was a winner for this category, I agree. That's probably that.
Do you know what the winner would be?
No, that's the winner.
That's the one. Winter's Heart on?
It'd be Winter's Heart.
Yeah. Overseer said, I hope formatting makes the show, though it's not important to the show's modus operandi. I mean, it's not necessarily, but it might be just a cool location for them to go to.
It's not,
period. So like maybe we'll get that, kind of thing. Like they'll be like, oh, we've done this, and this place. Why show those again when we can show another location? Which is interesting in its own right, kind of thing. So maybe we'll get it.
Here's a quick. If I were to draw a lake,
Jesus Christ, coming on that one. Wildman Wild says, speaking of the show, the greatest rapist in the Wheel of Time is Rafe Judkins. Damn it.
Do you know how many times we've all
I feel bad for having read that out loud.
We've had that. I mean, we've never had that joke.
I mean, yeah, he's the greatest showman.
Great.
That's what he means. Played by Hugh Jackman, of course. Yeah.
If you were like, of all the things, like Farmatting's just kind of entire environment is extremely fascinating, right? It's on a lake. It's got this thing going for it with, like, 3 entrances and the 3 ter'angreal.
The ter'angreal thing is awesome. Like the whole idea of the city is awesome.
And also the people that are from it, right? If we're talking about not just, we have a false dragon. Is it 1 or 2 false dragons of the most important in history? We have Varen, we have Cadswain. This is a bizarrely important city attached to nothing. It's like Tom's penis.
All right, wrap.
That's kind of why I see it as a point of interest for the show to go to, but not necessarily dwell in. So if they need like a cool location to make these cool things happen, like, I don't know, season 6, 7, towards the end, but not quite the end or whatever. But like, it's a perfect, like, hey, here's a weird thing that we haven't explored yet, and it is just a stop along the way for the most part in terms of the story. So like, it kind of would be good for the show to like show Farmatting, but hopefully it does. Hopefully, I mean, you never know. Yeah. You never know with the show.
Tom, what'd you say?
That's it.
No, you said rap.
Yeah, that's rap. That's rap. That's tWoTcast for this week.
No, he wanted to actually rap.
Oh no!
If you have any comments or questions, leave them below, and we'll respond to them.
Worst ever.
We will. You can listen to the audio version of this podcast wherever you get your podcasts. That's not necessarily true, but we'll get there. tWoTcast theme songs brought to you by the one and only Taffy Bennington and Andrew Bard of Time. Links to all their stuff is below, of course. And thank you to Lanfear for being on the show.
I love thinking Lanfear. Also, don't forget to think Brandon Sanderson.
I mean, he never said anything, so I don't know.
Refusing to answer questions.
Yeah. I mean, which is fine.
I'm a little concerned.
Join us next episode from War Wheel of Time, covering, I suppose,
Brandon Sanderson kept saying, "I'm not Brandon."
Crossroads of Twilight, because I don't think we're starting tWoTcast just yet.
Not yet. Tom, what did you say about Brandon Sanderson?
Oh, he kept saying, "I'm not Brandon Sanderson. I'm not allowed to pretend to be."
That sounds about right.
Even when I changed it.
I'm Joe. Say goodnight, Jono.
Good night, Jono.
And Tom.
None of your mad.
We should
keep the change, you filthy animals, Jono.
Among the first to start, the tWoTcast was so smart to lovingly bash our favorite books. But that was long ago, and now they've grown the show, and now they got us in their hooks. Don't throw coins to these bastards, they need bars of gold at least. Someone please keep them afloat. Now let's listen as they once again ramble through a book. Let's get the fucking quote. One of them is Tom, but he is barely on. Sometimes he calls into the show. Another one is Jono. Is he their joker? Oh no. And Joe, is he the stupid one? Welcome to the tWoTcast. We will share our love for books and all our hate in every episode. We'll entertain you, make you laugh so hard you barely can stand up. That is the tWoTcast code.